Everybody. Welcome to a late in December edition of Payroll 2021 in Excel. We're in 2020, but we're going to talk about 2021 payroll. It should be easy, and we're going to show you how to make it so in this Excel file. And today we're going to talk about Pennsylvania state rates. Pennsylvania is pretty straightforward and easy with a couple little twists. So we're going to talk about it today. So if you have an employee in Pennsylvania, you're going to choose or type in, you can choose from this drop-down menu, or you can type in PA. Let's say that all of these employees are in Pennsylvania today. There's nothing that you're going to need in terms of allowances or exemptions or anything. Pennsylvania makes it easy when it comes to that. However, your Pennsylvania employee might reside in a city or county that has a tax. And I have a pretty full list of these. I don't know if it's full complete, but there are like 100 cities on here. Did get a decent list of this. So, oops, right here it is. Pennsylvania cities. So have it set up so if you choose your employee in Pennsylvania here, this pops up in red because it wants you to choose what city they're in. Let's say that they're in Lancaster. Once you choose the city, the local tax rate is going to pop right up. So you can choose any of the other ones and you'll see that most of them have tax rates. And this will fill in probably. You could leave it blank if they're not in a city that imposes any tax and it'll be fine. It'll just stay at 0. But that is why that is there. So after you've entered in all your employee information there for Pennsylvania, it's pretty easy. The way that Pennsylvania does their tax is it's basically just a 3.07% rate. It's right in this blue area right here. And in this area, there's some formulas that just multiply the taxable gross times the 3.07%. And then in addition to the Pennsylvania state withholding, there's also a Pennsylvania unemployment contribution that's standard for everybody, and it's 0.06%. So 0.0006 is what it is. It's a small amount, but it is there for every paycheck, and there's no maximum. It looks like that is just withheld. So there's that additional part of tax. So you have the regular state withholding at 3.07% and the unemployment at 0.06%. Get those two, and then you have your local tax that's being figured in a different area over here. It's looking at the local tax codes, and it's grabbing that. I'll show you where that is. So let's keep going. Yes. Your local or city or municipal tax, this is how much that tax is going to be. It's going to look for the rate that we identified right here, whatever this local tax rate. And all that is going to just filter right through to the pay stub. And you're going to have a pay stub. I've changed the dates in this file. I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a second as well. You change the pay, just choose the date, choose the name here of whichever employee it is, and you're going to get the pay stub. You're going to get that Pennsylvania tax withheld, the Lancaster tax for the city, and you can see that the city will change per person. Choose the different employee in a different city. You can see that it's going to be Alpequipa. Alquipa? I do not recognize that city. And then there's the unemployment compensation. So all this stuff shows up in the pay stub where you can print this pay stub. You can set this up to print on a check. Then we have all the quarterly reports, the Form 941. You can just choose the quarter here and it's going to give you the totals. Or you can choose the month or you can choose the pay period. Everybody's information is going to pop up over here for the 941. Then you can choose the state of Pennsylvania, which is going to be right here. And what you get is you get the local tax, the Pennsylvania withholding tax, and I need to add in the unemployment tax actually, which I will do. I have not done that right now, but that is going to be employee unemployment contribution. And when we add that in, that will pop up right here, and that will also be part of your reports. And we'll also add that on down here as well. And that is how quick you can do Pennsylvania tax return. So you also have your PDFs of your forms. So these things are going to be fully dynamic in 2021. They're just going to populate automatically, kind of like this one is populating with amounts automatically. Still formatting all the other ones here. We have a lot of work to do still for 2021, but it's getting close. And also a Schedule B, or page 2, and then there's also a Schedule B if you are a semi-weekly payer and you have to make your payments through any of these dates in any of the months when you file. We also have an other pivot sheet, which will help you organize all those different cities and counties that you have when you have to file Pennsylvania at the end of the year to break those out if you have employees in multiple counties. And then you also have the W-2s, which are going to just lay out all the information right here on the W-2 and just choose the employee. And it's also going to put those Pennsylvania counties and local or cities and local taxes there at the bottom. And that is about it in under 6 minutes. So payroll in Pennsylvania, they try to make it easy with just that 3.07%. But as you can see, the cities are going to get their hands in the coffers as well. And so you're probably going to have an employee that's in a city there. And of course, there's the unemployment. But that is payroll Excel. Once you enter in your employees, you can enter in all your daily information, or you can just enter it in by week. And I am going to finish off talking about dates here. So a lot of times when people order this file and they want to implement it for their business, this is where you insert all that information about hourly rates and all kinds of deductions and stuff you might have. But a lot of people ask you, well, what about, I'm a weekly payer, I pay here, and then my paycheck date is so many days after the pay period end date. How do I do that? The answer is I've actually built a little way to toggle, and you can change this yourself, especially if you're going to use this file for multiple businesses that have different pay periods. You just need to choose the first day of the pay period of the year. And then down here, you have this area that says, well, how many pay periods are in the year? So if it's like a bi-weekly or a weekly, you're going to choose whether it's weekly or bi-weekly, change the number of pay periods in the year. And all these things are going to change, and the dates are going to change, and everything's all the quarterly reports, everything's all just going to toggle and change. So it's literally that easy to turn this file from any pay period frequency into any other pay period frequency. It's very, very helpful and quick. And also you can change the number of days after the pay period that the paycheck is issued. Maybe it's on that day, maybe it's 1 day later, maybe it's 2 days later, whatever it is, this is going to change it right there. So this file is super dynamic. I cannot wait to release and unleash the 50-state version on everybody. We've got about a week to go here. Hopefully the federal government will update their publication 15 so that we can get the finalized rates and have this thing fully complete and ready to go. Because as you can see, I've got a few different columns to formulate and get these finalized rates in here, but it will be done soon. So good luck, everybody. Pennsylvania payroll is easy, so make it so.